Okay, so follow up. I basically I met this guy. I happened to pick a spot to go to lunch very last minute, and I mean very last minute. Like, I had pulled into another place that I had been dying to go to, and they were closed. So I had maybe 20 minutes to decide, and I really wasn't all that hungry. So I just pulled into this kind of like a pub house, brew house type thing. And I whipped it in there, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to just get something simple. I'm going to get an appetizer, call it a day, go back to work, which was literally 1 second down the road. So I know the waitress there, not like some crazy amount, but I've been there a few times. Obviously, it's close to work, so convenience. So I walk in, and I'm like, hi, how are you? I see the guy sitting out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I need that table. And it was literally pretty close to him, but like not in a weird way. So I was comfortable with picking that out. And mind you, he later told me that he saw me kind of negotiating that process. He didn't hear anything, but that he was hoping that I was going to sit by him. So hindsight, really cute. But anyway, I sat down, and ironically, he said where I was sitting, it was kind of like an outdoor seating area. So he couldn't see my face. He actually had no idea really what I looked like. The silhouette of me was all he saw. And he was like, it was a good silhouette. I was fine with it. So when he actually got the note from the waitress, he had no idea what my face looked like. Which again, so funny. I saw him perfectly. So anyhow, we end up, I get ready to leave. I finish my food. I'm like, I got to take this to go. And I hand the waitress a note. I'm like, do not hand this to him until I leave this place. Like, I don't want to have some awkward interaction. So she's like, don't worry, girl, got you. And I walk out. The note is literally at the top of it says, to the man with the beard and boots. Because he had a really thick black beard and these, oh my gosh, the most gorgeous set of working boots I have ever seen in my life. So I was like, maybe he will appreciate that. I paid attention to those details. Who knows? So I put that on the note, and literally that's where you see the message in the last video where he was like, this is the bearded boot man. So he immediately asked me out. I actually had my kids last night, and he was like, well, I'm from Arkansas, and I have to leave tonight, but this has really changed some things around for me, and if you are available, I would like to take you out. Immediately locked in a sitter. Immediately. I was like, yep, we're going to make this work for tonight. Like, okay, if you can postpone your entire trip home for me, 8-hour trip home to Arkansas, I think I can manage this. So, got a sitter. We met up at 6 o'clock at my favorite hiking spot. We decided that we were going to hike. It was just like a kind of user-friendly idea, no expenses. And hindsight, he and I both were terrified of that, actually. He thought I was going to harvest his organs. He said it within like the first 5 minutes of meeting me, and I was like, dude, you're built like the freaking Hulk. What am I going to do? Like, I'm going to put a picture too, because not only did we go hiking, but we had the most magical night ever. And I say that not so lightly, because in today's age, it just doesn't happen. And everything was so organic and cute. And I feel like he is just a Prince Charming. It's crazy. We actually met up again today. So we had our date last night, and we spent literally until midnight. We ended up getting food together, hanging out, everything. And it was all outside. It was very cold at a certain point, and I was just like, it's time for bed. I have to work. And he was like, okay, deal. So we ended the evening. And then today, he met me for lunch before he had to leave and go back home. So he hung out with me, and we walked around my local town here. It's basically, they have a harvest festival every year, and they have a bunch of booths with food, and literally small town feel. It's the cutest place ever. And we got to walk around and hold hands, and he kissed me. Oh my gosh. Oh, he kissed me. And I'm very excited. We're going to see how this plays out. I'm sure he's probably a serial killer. Although, he didn't take advantage of that in the woods. And that seemed like a pretty opportune time. So, wish me well. Maybe we'll have a part 3.